Welcome back. In this video, we are going to solve another one of the important programming challenge of Hackerrank, and name of that programming challenge is sorting comparator. In this programming challenge, the first line we will get an integer n that will represent the number of players. For example, let's say I will choose the number of players 5. Okay, now the next one will be represent the number of players, names of those players and the score. That will be a string and an integer format. Let's say I will choose the 5 different names of players and 5 different scores. The first one will be Amy 100. Second one is David. That one also will keep 100. Third one Geraldo. Score is 50. After that Akanksha. Let's keep the score is 75. And the last one is Alexa. And here the score I will provide 150. Now this will be our input format. Now what will be our job? Our job is to sort these players' name and score in descending order with respective to score. Okay, for example, here we can see that Alexa has scored 150. So that is the maximum number of all the given input. So her name will come first. Okay, after that the next number is 100. Okay, after 150 we can see that 100 is the next highest number. So that we can see there are Amy and David both scored 100. So if a scenario comes where the players number is same, in that scenario what we can do, present those players name alphabetically with respective to name, not with respective to score. In that scenario if we will choose, so Amy's name will come first, after that David name, because we have to choose the number with respect to ascending order. Okay, when we are choosing the score, that will be going to descending decreasing order, but when we are choosing with respective to names, then we are choosing ascending order. So in that scenario Amy's name will come first, and after that David name will come. Alright, after that the next highest score I can see that is Akanksha, which scored 75. So let's put Akanksha's numbers and name and score. After that next one is Geraldo, that is 50. That is 50. And this one will be our output. So what will be our output? Our output are based on, first of all we have to check players are first sorted by descending order with respective to score, but if the scores are same, then we are choosing with respective to names in ascending order format. Okay, this will be our output format. So what are the things we covered? We understand what is the problem, we also saw how the input will be provided, and we saw how the output will be provided. Now let's see the constraints. Constraints will be between 0 to 1000. Okay, now the next one is two or more players can have the same name. same name is possible. And the third one is player name always will become in lowercase English alphabet letter. Lowercase alphabet letter. Okay, so we covered most of the so we understood what is our problem. Now what we are going to do next, we are going to solve this programming challenge with the help of a Java language. Let's do that. Now here we can see that here they are calling arrays.sort players checker. If I go to class checker, which they are implementing comparator interface. Okay, in comparator interface one method is there. In checker class we can see that one method is there, player A and player B, and we have to write our logic inside this method. So I will not go too much depth in the comparator interface. If you wanted to learn a little bit more about how comparator interface works, what is this comparator interface and how exactly it works, so I will prefer you to search some other YouTube videos. You will get plenty of them and you will get some basic concept how comparator actually works, but I will give you a brief overview. Okay, so comparator always sort the numbers with respective to numbers. For example, if it is provided, if the return output is provided -1, that means A is less than B. Okay, if it is provided 0, that means A is equal to B. Another one is if A is provided 1, then A is greater than B. Okay, and this one what I am explaining to you is given in ascending order format. Okay, if you wanted to present the data in ascending order, it will represent like this. If A is less than B, then send -1. If A is equal to B, then 0. If A is greater than B, then it should be 1. But we have to present the data in descending order. So what we are going to do, we are going to write the logic here. A dot score less than B dot score, else if A dot score greater than B dot score. So either it will be less or either it will be greater, and in the last scenario if both are equal. So what I have told you, we have to, whenever we are comparing, we have to comparing the number with respect to decreasing format, and what I have explained here in this editor of Paint. So if it is in A less than B, then -1. If it is A greater than B, then it is +1 with respect to ascending order. But we have to return it, in descending order format, not in ascending. We have to highest will be in the top and lowest will be in the middle with respect to score. In that scenario, what we are going to do, if A dot score is less than B dot score, if I wanted to present in ascending order, then -1. But no, we are not presenting this number in ascending order. Should present in a descending order. In that scenario, I am going to return 1. That will be a positive 1. Next, if A less than score is greater than B dot score, so if I am going to present this in ascending order, then it will be +1. But in this scenario, it should be returned -1. Alright, now the scenario where it comes both are equal. Now we can't compare it with respective to score. We have to compare with respective to name. In that scenario, we are going to use one method of comparator. That method name is compareTo. So what we are going to do here, we are going to write A name, because we are comparing with respective to name, A dot name dot compareTo. Another one is B dot name. And let's return this one. Let's save it. So this is the logic I have written. Now what we are going to do next, we are going to execute this code to see this is the correct logic I have implemented it or not. So let's give the first line number of integer, the number of names in place and score, so I'm going to provide, so that will be 5. Here Amy scored 100, David scored 100, Geraldo scored 50, Akansha here 75, and here Alexa, that will be 150. Enter. Now this is the output we got. Alexa is the first, yeah, obviously. Amy 100, David 100, Akansha 75, Geraldo 50. Now if we will check our required output, that is the same output that we wanted to extract, right? So it provided the correct output. So I think this is the correct logic we have written. Now what we are going to do, we are going to copy this code and paste into Hackerrank console to see if this passes all the test cases or not. Okay, all 3 sample test cases got successful. Now let's submit the code. So here we can see that all the test cases got successful. So with that we can see that the logic that we have written is completely correct. And the practice code that we have written here, I am going to upload in GitHub, and GitHub link I will give in the description section. Okay. And in the next video, again I am going to provide another one of the important programming challenge of Hackerrank. So stay tuned and keep watching Adhyan channel. Thank you.